I've been driving by this pile of junk you're going to see in a minute for the last week, and it's been bugging me. So I'm going to pirouette above this storm culvert and try to grab this soda bottle, Gatorade bottle, juice bottle, beer bottle. Whoa, it's chilly. 32 degrees, freezing point, 0. Yikes. This is my land. Yep. Yep. The flow. And that's my neighbor's land that I sold a couple years ago. All wooded. 99% of the 23 acres is wooded. So I never got to see very much of it, except what the guy I bought it from dumped over the bank right behind the house. No beavers around here, luckily. Oh, got some birdies. Yeah, little chick. Got to keep the flow going. Oh, there's a beer bottle. I don't turn them in, but I don't like to see them on the side of the road, especially not on my property. Drunks are so considerate. Doink. 5 cents, please. I don't know where my former property line is. I had my property surveyed last summer. I know the property lines don't quite line up across the street. Mine's just up there, a couple hundred feet. Well, coffee cup. Wouldn't you want to just whack somebody on the head when they dump their litter out the window? I suppose they'd say, oh, it was a mistake. The window was open and just blew out. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I'm going into the snow here. Hope I don't go for a swim. A little soft on the bottom. Whee! Oh, bonus. Milk jug. Just got a bunch of snow in my shoe. Yeah, ice in the bottom of my sole. Oh boy. I'm going to go for a drink. Swim in the drink here. Alright. There's a bag just up the road I got to deal with in a minute. Alright. I got that monster bag of trash. What was in it? Beer cans, cigarette packs, dirty diapers. Yep. Yep. Garbage. Here's an interesting point of reference. Property marker pin. This is my land, 66 acres. This is my neighbor's, 130, that goes down that way and then behind my land. And oh, getting on 10 years ago, he offered it to us for sale. It was in the paper. $50,000. My wife and I agreed to it, and she said that she'd want to pay it off in 2 years with no interest. And he said, okay, he would talk to his wife. And he called back the next day or so. Yep. Cha. And he said he wanted the $50,000 cash, which we happen to have. But my wife says, he'll call back and he'll want $40,000. Anyways, we put it for sale. Asking $80,000 after commission would be about $75,000 or so. So we said, well, we'll wait. Then I saw it for $129,000 a year later. Now it's up at $1 million. Yep, he's asking $1 million, which I guess is probably about $900,000 more than it's worth. He did have some guy that puts in modular homes, kind of one step above trailer homes. I don't know if that's good or bad. Anyway, the guy was going to buy it, but this guy that owns this 130 acres is an interesting guy. I don't know who he is. I never met him. Just spoke to him over the phone a few times. He lives somewhere in New York City. I think he said his wife was Russian. Ruski. Johnson is his name? Johnston? Forget. Anyhow, we didn't buy it. I guess now we'll never buy it because we bought some other land just down the road. 250 acres. So we don't need this stinking 130 acres. What would we have done with it? Nothing. Gone for a nature walk, I suppose. He had the land logged when he bought it 15 years ago. And whoever logged it, we'll leave this here. Whoever logged it made a friggin' mess. Typical fly-by-night loggers. They come in, chop down whatever they want, destroy whatever they don't want, leave a lot of debris behind, and then send you your check. When we bought the 66 acres with the 23 across the road, there was a bunch of debris on the property, so I told the seller to take it away. And then a couple weeks later, after we bought the land just across the road with the house that we sold right away, as soon as we could, a couple weeks later we came for a walk, and what did we find? The old fish tank that we asked him to take away. Drove it up the road a quarter mile and dumped it here. Well, somebody else is dumping a bit of debris, which isn't really a big deal, just some chippings and stuff. But they had some big logging trucks in here. There's an old stone wall underneath there, and believe it or not, somewhere just inside here, a couple hundred yards, not far, there's like a 49 Dodge. That must have been in an old building or something in their way. They just pushed it over, and the weeds had grown over it, and we were just walking through here, and I went to go look for it once. I couldn't find it, but it's just not that far in here. This is all modern stuff. This is not very old. But there must have been an old car in an old building. Someone bulldozed it over outside. I wish I could show it to you. It's really interesting to see this thing buried in the trees. Not sure how long it's been there. Anyhow, so we didn't buy the 130 acres. I can still come walk on it because there's nobody else around. The closest house is the one that I sold, and I'm friendly with those people. They don't bother anybody. They're booksellers from the Catskills. There's a guy who owns this property here. Never seen him. I'm told there's an old house in the back. Never been in there. Never been past the edge of his property. No idea what's in there. Funny, huh? I'll grab that fluorescent tube. I thought my property corner was here at this tree, which is falling over. But it's not. This guy has about 400 feet of frontage. There's more crap. But actually he owns this as well. And there's no real discriminating feature as to why the property pin is where it is. Not a rock or a tree, just it's here. See? Anyhow, whatever. Somebody laid it out long before I was a sparkle in my parents' eye. More garbage. And what else did I see in there? A milk jug. Some of these cans have been sitting around 10, 15, 20 years, if not more. Suppose you could walk this property for a long time. Keep finding more garbage. Saw some deer here yesterday. A little ways up the road. There's an old beer bottle. Yeah, used to be someone's pasture. Somebody cleared all the rocks and piled them up. There's an old barbed wire fence, but it's not on the property line, not even close. Here's a big old tree they missed. They'll be back for it. Lots of rocks on the ground. Here's more bottles. Should have brought a bag. Yeah, if only the land could talk, huh? Stories it could tell. If only the litter could talk and tell you who tossed it in the bushes, so you can go and throw it back in front of their house. Of course, you get caught for littering. They can dump it and nothing happens. And I'd go dump it at their house where it came from, and I'd get in trouble because they're sitting in the window waiting for the welfare check. Go buy more beer. Budweiser. All right, from the country. It's all cleaned up now. Thanks for looking. Well, I thought I was done, but once you slow down and start looking around, found the mother lode. Wait till you see what else I found. Need some tires? Yep. Yep. Whole bunch of tires. Anyhow, I think I'll leave the rest of the mess for somebody else. Can't be the world's janitor. Nice, huh? I guess we're all guilty of it at some point in life. Alright, almost a full moon. Somewhere, where is it? There it is. Surprised no one stopped to accuse me of illegal dumping. Only they knew, huh? We know.